Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast series of the Bandana Academy for Leadership and Public Policy, Sri Lanka's first and premier institution on public policy education and leadership training. The podcast series serves as a platform to educate the public on how leadership dynamics can be harnessed to develop effective public policies that contributes to impactful and meaningful socio-economic growth and development of a country. It is with immense pleasure that we welcome today's resource person, Dr. Dimithri Devinda Jayagoda. Let me introduce Dr. Jayagoda to you. Dr. Dimithri Devinda Jayagoda has completed his PhD from the Graduate School of Asia Pacific Studies of Ritsumeikan Asia Pacific University in Japan. Dr. Jayagoda has also served as the head of department in business management and also served as a senior lecturer at the SLTC Research University. Currently, Dr. Jayagoda is working at the University of Bolton Academic Center, Ras Al Khaimah of the United Arab Emirates as a professor. Dr. Jayagoda was also awarded a SILF Fellowship in April 2011 and also in March 2012 for his academic achievements. Hello, Dr. Jayagoda. So let me commence today's discussion with you. So today our thematic area is about leading with purpose, redefining leadership in the 21st century. So Dr. Jayagoda, in order to commence the session, can you tell our audience what leading with purpose means to you and why is it important to discuss about this concept in the modern world?
If you take any organization at micro level or country at bigger macro level, at any level leadership is required. When it comes to sports, when it comes to education, when it comes to politics, when it comes to country, for anything leadership is extremely important and we need proper leaders, good leaders. And leaders cannot be trained sometimes, and some people believe that leadership should come from inside. Uh, to add my personal viewpoint, I believe leadership is something that you have to practice from the day one of your kindergarten or from the day one of your school. When you start studying, you will get opportunities, and you cannot learn leadership in books. I believe leadership is something that you have to get it from the practice. So therefore, I believe you must do a lot of extracurricular activities at student life at your school and continue that in your university life. So then that is to get leadership experience. And for a country, we need proper leadership, and I believe in education. There's no argument. You need to have proper education. It's not just education, education with practice. So you need to have practical experience, exposure, experience as well, and leadership qualities which you learn in textbook as well as in practice. Once you have the blend of these two, we will have best leaders who will lead the country, who will lead any organization, who will lead any team, sports, education, university, for anything.
So thank you so much, Dr. Jayagoda, for that vivid explanation. Moving on to the next question. Now, in your opinion, what role does purpose-driven leadership play in driving employee engagement, motivation, and productivity in organizations?
Okay, very good concern for these days. And we as lecturers, so I myself is a lecturer, and we teach business management and management related subjects at undergraduate level as well as MBA level and then as well as PhD level. So our purpose is to produce next set of leaders for the nation and for the international, to the entire global. So they will be moving out of uh, campuses. They will be moving out to the business world, the market, and then they have to perform. They have to lead a team. That is the expectation. Having education, very good. Having paper qualification is a need. And with that, now they have to execute what they learn in school, what they have experienced as a team by leading as well. So they have to practice that in business. So they have to bring that to business. So in business world, they have different issues. We work with the micro environment and the macro environment. Micro, people who are with you, the investors, employees who are within the organization, who is within the control, but still not easy to control. And macro, society, government, environment, legislation systems, like as we say in the textbook step factors, social, legal, economical, political, technological, all these factors they have to work with, and we cannot change those. It's very difficult for one individual or one organization to change the uh, outside environment or factors. Therefore, we have to adapt to those situations. A great example from our very recent history is that we used to work from home. We used to adapt to COVID situation. Not only in Sri Lanka, in any part of the world, we had to make changes. Up until that, me as a lecturer, I never conducted lecture using Zoom or Teams. So we adapted quickly, and it took us few weeks to start dig into new options, and now it's a habit. We know it. So you have to accept the situation, or you have to work in the situation, no work within the situation. And especially when it comes to corporate environment, you have to act as per the current situation. So I believe leadership is a must. Leadership is a need for that to driving that change.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jayagoda. So, what type of role do you think mentorship and coaching play in shaping purpose-driven leadership in individuals?
Very important to have a coach or a mentor. So I'll take it from my personal experience coming back to my school. My school time, I have been nurtured or coached or mentored by many individuals at school. Started from classroom level, class teacher, when she, mostly female teachers were there, and or he, someone gives us an opportunity and mentor us to be the good leader, and it starts from there. And then I believe in becoming leaders in the school. For example, in my case, I became a senior prefect in my school, Isipatana College, Colombo 5. So at that is the time we got the exposure to be a leader. You have to practice it. You have to learn it by practice. And then I got the amazing opportunity to be a scout leader, troop leader we call it, at the same school. So that leadership started there. Then I continued to go to Ritsumeikan University in Japan, Ritsumeikan Asia Pacific University. So there I did my undergrad, masters, and PhD. Got lot of opportunities, especially when you are doing group activities, to lead the group, and I got the opportunity, which is a very rare opportunity, to work with people from different parts of the world. So our university, we say we boast it, but yeah, we proudly say that our university has about 90 different nationalities in one place, in a very small town, Beppu. So all our teams, our lecturers always say you can't have two people from one country. So always, if it is a five-member team, we are working with five different nations. So we understand their culture, we understand how they live. A lot of things we could understand. And something that I learned at that time, to be a good leader, two things that you should not talk about. One is religion, one is race, because your religion is yours and what you believe is yours. Your race, you are so proud about it. I'm so proud about my nation, my race. If someone says something against it, I'll fight for a day, I'll fight for a week, I'll fight for a month. So likewise, everyone has respect to them, and if we respect to that, that is the basic or base to create a good leader. So leadership, I believe leadership, sometimes leadership is a born within the family, family history, within the school. It comes with you, but more than that, I believe leaders are created by practice.
Thank you so much. Now you spoke about your experiences in Japan. You had been a scholar in Japan.
Yes.
Actually, we both have been scholars in
Yes.
Japan during different time periods. So, Dr. Shaigoda, if you take Japan as a case study, now if you pay attention to Japan's current leadership crisis, as you all know, Japan's ruling Liberal Democratic Party lost the support of its most trusted junior coalition partner, and that has highlighted the vulnerability of the ruling party as well as the government. And also there's a lot of public discontent towards Japanese leaders because of the rising cost of living, inflation, and also economic stagnation in the country, and also a couple of other social issues. especially gender disparities. And the newly appointed Prime Minister Sanal Takachi has a huge challenge in stabilizing the ruling party as well as the government, and also addressing many socio-economic issues, critical issues within the country. So by paying attention to this situation, Dr. Jayagoda, what type of measures can be taken by Japanese political leaders to define and communicate a clear purpose that resonates with the public and inspire confidence, especially at a time when they're losing trust and confidence of the public?
Very good concern for Japan, especially because I'm when I start speaking about Japan, I'm unstoppable. But I'll limit my explanation about Japan. Uh, I have living in Japan since 2005 up until 2017. I did my undergrad, master's, PhD there. So I have seen at my time when I was there, I never seen a female leader. That's number one. For anything, though we believe in gender equality, which is a sustainable development goal of United Nations as well, but Japan is more of a male dominant country. People may have different arguments for that. It used to be like that. And I don't say female politicians are weaker and male politicians are better. So I'm not in a position to judge that at this moment. Having said that, uh, all companies like famous CEOs or business leaders, those people who found Toyota, who manage Nissan, who manage companies like Sony before, and people who manage all amazing Japanese brands, it was male, and that's a male dominant society. Even in schools, you see most of the principals are male, and now it's becoming females as well. For Japan, the politically that change is really good because me as a Sri Lankan, I'm for sure you'll be joining with me. We are so proud that we are the country, we are the nation first produce the first prime minister in the world, and which is a record-breaking thing. And then that family legacy continued up to a female president as well. So therefore, I believe that I don't believe in gender when it comes to leadership. But in Japan, yes, they struggle a lot. So I was also reading about recent politics in Japan. I don't think the issue starts with the gender, whether it's a male leader or a female leader. But I believe issue starts with the Japanese society because the Japan 40, 50 years ago was same Japan. I mean, it's the same Japan today as well. They developed they developed very fast to a certain level. After that, they didn't grow. There was nothing to grow. So when I was a student in Japan since 2005, for every year we are learning that Japan has the world's second largest economy, only second to America. America was leading, then Japan, and now I think it's China is the second and Japan is the third. Soon it will be India, who will be overtaking Japan. And in check numbers, maybe they could have. So Japan is it's not shrinking. Jap- Others are doing better than Japan. I'm not saying Japan is not doing well. Problem is that others are doing well and Japan is not developing. The thing is that in Japan, we always wonder there's what to develop more. Everything is there. The fastest trains runs in that country. If my memory is correct, 140 some function in domestic airports in that country, and we have only two, and we are fighting for the second one and saying we don't need that. But in Japan, there are 140 plus functioning airports. The entire country, it's an island country, but it is connected through road, bullet trains, airlines, everything. So connectivity is a must. So I think for a country to develop, when we are learning at school time, development happens with two, three reasons. One, the land side, the natural resources. But if you take Japan's case, Japan is a very small country. If you take America, enough land. If you take Russia, enough land, very huge. If you take India, huge land. But Japan is very small. Land you need, then that is one resource. Second, I believe you need natural resources. Japan is not that blessed with natural resources other than water. Water is crystal clear and any tap you can take it and drink it. So they are blessed with water. Other than that, we didn't hear much about any good natural resources from Japan. Third, you need human capital, people, and that human capital can be created through education. In Japan, that happens. Every Japanese is educated person, whether they have university degree or not. But I believe that Japan is a very well educated country. You take a normal person like a taxi driver, well educated. They are not good English speakers. They speak their language because they are within Japan, but their technological know-how, technological understanding, respecting people, self satisfaction, those are at really good level. Like everyone take pride in what they do. It can be a cleaner who is working with an amazing pride, because that job I cannot perform as that cleaner who is really really good. And if you ask someone to come and fix a light in Japan, they come with a plastic to put to the ground. They never damage your floor, and they bring their ladder. They bring all equipments, electric or even small items, and they fix it. If you take the Sri Lankan context, they come and ask, Madam, can I have a ladder? Can I have a spanner? Can I have a screwdriver? It's not like, I'm not saying we are bad, but I'm saying that we should also come to that level. So every career, every profession should have a professional recognition, and that's what happened in Japan. They start with education, number one. As we all know, in 1945, Japan was defeated in the Second World War. If you take places like Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which I could luckily witness those two places, it was flat. Now they have monuments they built for the new generation to see. But if you take 1945, entire country was ash, flat. No sky-rising buildings were there in Japan. First thing that they did, yes, they were taken care of the wound people who were suffering from the bomb attack. After that, the first thing they did is they opened schools. So even 60 some years ago, Japanese, they believe education will make them grow. First thing they did is they opened schools. They sent everyone to schools. In Japanese schools, you are not learning much stuff on the textbook. More than that, practical experience, exposure. And they teach you to stay in a line, how to buy a railway ticket, get into the train, and get out of the train, and then after that bow those people, say thank you, show your gratitude. And school children, they go to a supermarket. I myself, I have never seen a supermarket back end in this country, in my country Sri Lanka, but I have seen back end of supermarkets in Japan with small kids. They take you to the back end and show you how difficult the life, how hard they store things, how hard they sort things and keep in the backyard. So you never feel like throwing something after seeing how hard they work. When they eat, they say itadakimasu, right? And they bow and they worship to food. That itadakimasu is, it is very difficult to have a direct English translated word for that. There's a meaning, but not the direct translation. That thank to the father or the breadwinner of the house who made this food available on the table, and the mother who cooked in a general condition, and the farmers who planted, I mean, who worked hard in the farm to make that crop growing, and then those distributors who bought it to the supermarket people who made it there available for you. For everyone you thank and you eat. And after eating, you say Gojiso Sama Deshita, right? Again, you worship. Show gratitude. Saying that you show gratitude. I get. And in Japan, you can't leave anything. You have to finish eating and you have to show to the class teacher that I ate all. And equality is another reason. In Sri Lanka, as a Sri Lankan, I would say you can easily see looking at a kid, or this one is from a rich family, this one is from a poor family. The clothing, the school bag, everything. But in Japan, if you are a boy from grade 1 to 6, you carry that black color bag. 6 years, one black color bag. I don't know who is richest father's son and poorest father's son. We can't. If you are a girl, you carry the red color bag. So that's the best learning from Japan that I can see the equality and the education. So if we, the Sri Lankans, I would love to see that this country developed to the next level. For that, we need education. Education reforms, that's it, practical education. That's what we need in this country. And I'll take one or two quick examples. Japan started from MASH, and by 1964, 1945, they were defeated within 20 years, 2 decades. They hosted first Olympic in Tokyo, and our athlete, Mr. Karuna Ratna, became a star in Japan. His uh, never giving up strategy is mentioned in the Japanese textbook. And all kids know Karuna Ratna, but not me by the name. That's very good. So they may not know Sri Lanka, but they know Mr. Karuna Ratna, who ran until finishing the race. That is for, and in Japanese they call Owaruma de Akiramena. You have to work hard until it finishes. So that's one great example we can take from Japan. Another one, I would say, and in that 20 years, when they hosted the Olympic in 1964, they introduced bullet trains, Shinkansen. At that time, those bullet trains were running at a speed of 350 kilometers per hour. Very recently, they tested one bullet train that runs 605 kilometers per hour. That means from Gold to Jaffna, Sri Lanka, we have 432 kilometers, so you can travel that within 40 minutes at Japanese speed. If you, and to give how, to tell you how speedy they are. And in Japan, not a single train accident been recorded just because of uh, inappropriate management or anything. There were few accidents that took place because of the natural disasters, earthquakes. Few trains have fallen because of the earthquake. It's very difficult for them to manage that. But they try, they have that auto braking systems and all, but not 100% accurate yet to fight with the mother nature. But with human errors, zero.
Yeah.
Not a
So,
single accident.
just finally, sir, now I would like to ask you what strategies can Sri Lanka, developing country like Sri Lanka, adopt to incorporate purpose-driven leadership principles in our emerging leaders, our young leaders, to achieve economic growth, social progress, and build community resilience?
Very good. So a huge concept going on is sustainable development right now. In sustainable development, we have three pillars: economy, society, and environment. We can be developed economically, but we cannot compromise environment. Environment should be protected, and then we need all this economic development should go into society, the social development, and society should feel the ownership. So for Sri Lanka to develop, I believe we have to do it in a sustainable manner. It's not for next 4 years, 5 years, and we should have policies. Whoever who comes to political leadership or political power or administration should continue the good practices. So there should be therefore we need to have proper standards, policies, and then we can grow. That's moving from Japan, coming to Singapore, a country that has almost no natural resources, only the geographical location where all the ship lines cross Singapore and go. And we could have that option in Sri Lanka as well because we are in a better strategic location than Singapore, I believe. That's what we learn. But Singapore is giving best services. That's why Singapore harbor is amazing. And when you go to Changi Airport, you don't feel 2 days in Changi. I have spent, I think, more than 1.5 days in Changi Airport. There's enough shops, enough places you can go. Now, I haven't been to Terminal 3 yet. Terminal 3, I heard even butterflies are flying inside the Terminal 3 in a designated area, and waterfalls are there. That country doesn't have waterfalls. They have man-made waterfalls. In Sri Lanka, we have more than 100 amazing ones. So development for this country should come with natural resources, number one. Number two, with tourism. Industries, if we are doing, and we are known for garment industry, gem industry, and many industries for decades, we need to do value addition. Like as I said earlier, one village, one product is value adding. Nice packaging, description for the product, its usage, its importance, especially a foreigner. The Sri Lanka is known for its tea. but we don't have amazing packaging yet. Once we have, maybe in very small scale, but once we have amazing packaging, product can be only 1,000 rupees, the value of the product. But if you have proper packaging, you can sell it for 10,000, very easy. So packaging, those systems should come to Sri Lankan scenario. We have everything. We have everything. Only thing we don't have is snow, right? Other than snow, we have everything we can develop very easily, and we are a very small country as well. So all what we need is leadership with proper vision, which I hope we will be see it before we expire, and we have some maybe 1 or 2 or 3 decades left, so we could see that, and we need that. And for that, we can follow Singapore's development system if we want to learn. And there's nothing bad of benchmarking, right? So we can see the success stories. One is Singapore is very close by. We are far better off with our natural resources. Japan, we have best resources. I can't say which one is best with the resources. Yes, Japan also have natural resources, and Sri Lanka, we are blessed with natural resources. We can develop that way, and we need policies, leadership, and the vision. Once we have that, we can say we are not a developing country, we are a developed
Developed
country.
country. Right. Thank you so much, Dr. Jayagoda, for your thought-provoking insights on a topic of timely importance. We hope that you will contribute to future research activities of our institution as well. So thank you so much for taking time off your busy schedule and participating at today's podcast series. We wish you all the very best.
Thank you very
And
much.
to our audience,
Thank you for having me here.
you're welcome. And for members of our audience, we hope that this discussion will be both inspiring and thought provoking. Have a pleasant day.